Today in the physics lab, we have a bit of light work to do. We're going to look at a couple of different lasers and look at their differences and their properties. So I have three different lasers we're going to look at. I have this red laser. I also have this green one. And then finally, I have the blue one. So both the red and the green are very similar. The only difference really between these two is their wavelength. So red produces a wavelength, obviously red light, that has a wavelength of 650 nanometers. The green laser is very similar. It produces green light that has a wavelength of 532 nanometers. Both of these have basically the same power. They're both less than 1 milliwatt. The purpose of this video is really to contrast, the different power a laser can have. And this last one here is blue, but it does not have a power of less than 1 milliwatt. This one has a power well over a whole watt. So what I'm going to show you here is the three different lasers. The main reason, we're looking at different wavelengths, but we're also looking at different powers. One of the reasons to look at different wavelengths is your eyes are more sensitive to some types of light than others. For instance, your eyes are most sensitive to green light, so this green one oftentimes appears brighter than it actually is. And the reason for that is because your eyes more readily accept the green light than, say, the red or even the blue. So it's important to note, because we'll do the red one first, then I'll show you the green one, then I'll show you the blue one. Now the blue one will look brighter, because it is. But the green one might also look brighter simply because your eyes are more sensitive to it. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We'll do each one individually. And before I get too much further into it, you'll notice that I have a second video camera here pointed right at this paper. Now this second video camera actually has several red filters on it, just like these glasses that I'll be wearing, because the red and the green laser, you still shouldn't point them in your eye, but they're low enough power that it's not going to damage, say, the equipment or my eyes. But the blue one has significant power, and I want y'all to be able to see it as best you can without it damaging the equipment. So you'll notice I actually don't have one red filter on here, I actually have three. So let's go ahead and look at it. Now these red and the green laser are so underpowered, if you will, that I want to turn off the light so we can see it better. So I'm going to go ahead and put my safety glasses on to start with. So with the red one here, I can turn that guy on, and we can see, I'll point out the board over there, it's just red, regular laser light there. I can pass my hand through it, it's not a big deal. I can also shine it down here on the paper, and you'll see that it shows up on the screen there. No terrible surprises there. This is just like almost your standard laser pointer power. So let's go ahead and switch over to the green laser. Now the green laser again has the same power as the red, but as I said, it often appears brighter to the human eye. Yeah, there it is. I couldn't see it because I'm wearing red glasses. So here you can see on the board, it may look brighter. It's, the camera makes it look a little different. So here I can pass it on my hand, not a big deal. And if I shine it on the paper, you can see in this camera, it's easy to see, but again, through my red filters, you can't really see much, because it both pretty much blocks all of the green light. Now, it's only about 99% effective, so some green light still gets through. But again, this is a very powerful laser, so 99% of, less than a milliwatt is basically nothing left. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch over to the blue laser, and the blue laser is going to be significantly brighter. So, let's just go ahead and do it. So this is the blue laser. You'll notice it's a little bit brighter than the other two lasers here. I can pass my hand through it, but I'm not going to stay there because it will burn me. And I can, go over here, point it to the board or whatever. And I can also point it at the paper. And you'll notice that, first of all, you should be able to see it, on the main screen, but also even through the red filter, because even though it's blocking most of the light, there's a significant amount of light coming out of this laser. So what I want to do now is I want to zoom in on just the paper here. So the paper is our main focus, and this laser actually is so so powerful it can easily burn through stuff. And you can burn through like a balloon or whatever. I'm just going to write the word physics here on the paper. And in order to do this, I need to focus the light. And again, it's still really bright to the camera, and the camera also boosts the light. But my goal here is to get you to kind of see this stuff being written as it occurs. All right, so let's go ahead and try that. So I just got to get it to the right point so it actually focuses. So let's see here. There it goes. So as long as I keep the laser at the right distance to focus, it burns pretty quickly. So remember, paper, wood, should burn about 450 degrees, 451 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go, let me just change that. You'll notice that the paper doesn't really catch on fire. I mean, it's definitely burning. But it doesn't really catch on fire mostly because I'm having trouble spelling and focusing. It doesn't catch on fire because of the combustion, like the air to fuel ratio. And the fact that the temperature in here in the room is pretty cool, right? It's standard room temperature, but the paper gets really hot, but just in that one spot. So now I'll turn the lights back on so you can hopefully see this paper. Now you'll notice that through the three filters, it's very blurry. Let me switch back here. As you can see on the paper here, I just burn the word, and usually what happens is it ends up going through multiple pages. It wasn't quite focused where it needed to be. So hopefully you learned something about the power of lasers.